possession game, obviously, something you guys are trying to defensively, you're turning them over or getting them just one shot.
Yeah.
Has that worked out in terms of when you first talked with you guys about that? Have you seen that grow from starting camp to right now and that whole mentality?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that we drill that go into winning the possession game. Like starts with when we take a shot, like how do we crash or how are we, like nobody's running straight back. We're kind of tagging to the outside. Defensively, obviously, our pressure we want to force turnovers. It's defensive rebounding, which I think from the preseason is probably a piece we can get better at. And then offensively, us not turning the ball over. So all of those things have kind of been staples of our preseason and training camp and what we're working on. And I mean, it's preseason. It was 4 games against only 2 different teams. But I mean, we did a great job. I think our average was 11 a game over 4 games. 11 extra possessions. Yeah. So I mean, that's great. That adds up over a season.
Curious with going back to the pressure of the defense. You talked about being in better condition. How much is conditioning going to play a part in being able to do that? Because it's a hard style to play that way consistently over the course of a season.
Yeah, it's both ends of the floor too. Like we want our pace and our pressure to be constant offensively and defensively. So we want to pressure up, we want to force turnovers, we want to rebound, and we want to get out and run. So and then offensively we're moving, everyone's moving. So there is no standing when you're out there. So that conditioning is a huge key for us. Because movement sounds good and pressure sounds good and all that sounds good, but if you get tired, those things get sloppy real fast.
You've gone through the preseason without 2 main guys. Do you have a feeling of where you guys are going into next week, or is it still kind of to be determined until those guys get back and playing with you on a regular basis?
I mean, a little bit we do, because this is a very new group, new coach. So we're trying to build like the identity and implement everything that we're doing in training camp and practice. So the who we are is that. It's not necessarily who we put on the court. Like those guys are obviously going to help us a lot when they come back, but the who we are and the identity of like the Suns is kind of what we're building now, and those guys will uplift that when they. I'm sorry. You don't have to move it. I just didn't want to break it. Those guys will uplift that when they get out there on the court.
For a few head coaches now gone through this process of having a new head coach. What's that transition like to where you're to a point where you understand, what he's asking and you understand his expectations?
Coach Ott's very clear about like every drill that we're doing it, the why we're doing it, and like the bigger identity that we're building towards as a group. So every drill feeds into how we want to play. If it's a rebounding drill, it feeds into how we want to play defensively. If it fills into the bigger identity of what we want our whole team and our style of basketball to look like. So it's been very easy with him. Like everything feels very detailed, very organized, and like purposeful, straight to the point.
Is he more thorough in that regard than the previous head coaches you've had?
Just a different style. Like I don't necessarily want to get into the comparison game, but with this group, we don't have a lot of guys who are like we only have a few guys who are really veterans and have an established play style and identity and what they do, and so the rest of the group, like we're building that. And so from day one, Coach Ott came in and he wanted to build up like what's the Phoenix Suns style of basketball going to look like, and the veterans, the guys who have played in the league for a while, we're adjusting to that, and a lot of that is going to play to our strengths, like me, Book, Royce, Dylan, Jalen, like the style that we're playing plays to all of our strengths, so it's great for us. But that's really what he's set from day one.
With this being his first head coaching job, how much has he been kind of relying on the players too? I mean, he's opened up saying like he doesn't know what he doesn't know. He's going to ask questions.
Yeah.
How much have you guys, I guess, given feedback to?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the film sessions. Like he doesn't want to just talk on his own. He wants player feedback. You know, it's not a complete open forum. Like he has like set ways he wants to do certain things, and then how like the small details and nuances of how we achieve that bigger goal of how he wants to play, we might talk about and dive into. And you know, a little bit that's in practice and coverages, small parts of rotations. He's asking us what we like. So it's been from that aspect and some of the smaller details, it's been a cool collaborative thing between the players and him.
You mentioned that kind of day one aspect of him setting those expectations for what it was going to look like. How quick was the buy-in from the group just from that first experience?
I mean, it was pretty much right away. Like I think we've like everything that we've done in our breakdowns and practice feels like we're implementing right away. Like nobody's really trying to go back to old ways or anything. So I feel like it was quick, and I think it helps. We've talked about this a lot, but having the entire team, top to bottom here, from day one in September, and majority of the team in and out over the summer and getting a lot of reps in together, I think really helps.
You guys have a scrimmage today?
We did. We had a short one today, yeah.
I mean, I see the reps. That's what I'm asking. Just going back to the first scrimmage to this one, where have you seen the growth the most?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's our group is so competitive, and scrimmages, like they turn quickly into game sevens. So it's hard to tell the difference. Like, first day of training camp versus today, when we're in the middle of a long break and coming back from a trip, like it's exactly the same. It's still super competitive, so not that much of a difference.
I got a quick question. No.
Yeah, when you look at screening for guards like this guy here, or even for also in inverted fashion, how much are y'all talking about the angles, the route into it, and kind of the location of where it's taking place?
Yeah, that's big. We kind of have set screens that we want to get to and consistent angles, like on our drags and everything, but then you have to react to the different coverages. Like, we might flip it and the big might set a hook if they're downing it, and you can get out early, or you might just slip out. With all of our guard stuff, like there's always some sort of read or nuance involved with, if they're physical, you either want to pin in your own guy or get out early. If they're not physical and you get a little space, you want to set the screen and try to free the other guy up the pocket three. Like there's a lot of small stuff, and we do so much slipping out and small stuff, so we're working on that constantly, and we're drilling the screens with the bigs every day in our breakdowns and everything. So I think we're getting good at it, but it's a really important detail, like when you're starting your offense up with ball screens, or when you get late in the clock, all those slips. Like you want to create an advantage for the other offensive player, and so the angles and everything are really important.
Thanks, Grayson.
Good job.